how I know about your business on FaceTime is because when your sister and Matthew was here, I've been hearing a lot of it on FaceTime. You know me, I hear everything on FaceTime. I do. I hear Angelo screaming and shouting. You know, I don't want to hear all that stuff. Okay. I'd like for her to keep the shouting and screaming and going ballistic and all that stuff. Yeah, I know he gets overexcited, but that's how Angelo is. Especially when people are trying to take their nap or when they're asleep. But I don't want to hear that on FaceTime. Okay, because then I hear Denise screaming and shouting at Angelo and telling Angelo what to do. I've been hearing a lot of arguments between you and Denise. Bossing you around so much and yelling at you, and I don't want her doing that with you. Okay. I've been hearing a lot of stuff, having Denise making a lot of noises with the dishes and everything, but telling you what you should eat and not eat in that house. That's why I've been hearing a lot of that stuff. Okay. But even though she shouldn't be in the kitchen, she should be asleep. She should be in the guest room sleeping. She should be sleeping in. Okay. That's way bad enough. I'm telling my nieces that Angelo should do that too. Okay. Just like what happened yesterday, I don't want to talk with Maya and Uma. You can't talk too loud when people are trying to sleep in. And how many times I keep telling my nieces they shouldn't be in bed at 10 o'clock. That's too late for them to go to sleep. They should be in bed at around 8 o'clock. Or 8:30 or 9, that's okay. But 10 o'clock is too late for my nieces to go to bed. But over there at my Uma's house, they have to go to bed around 8. I'm surprised they can't go by the schedule. I see why Ellie's letting them stay up that late, especially here at my house. They go to bed early at their house, but not in my house they don't. Maya and Uma Helen should be in bed at 8 o'clock on the weeknights, not 10 o'clock, not 10:30. That's late. I don't watch them as a hawk until they go to bed early. Sometimes I need my private time alone with you. I need peace and quiet without my Uma coming into my room and going through my stuff. So especially when I'm not around when I'm at SBS, I don't want them getting wild and messing up the house and making messes. They need to learn how to clean up for themselves. Just like Angelo does. I don't want my nieces doing the same thing. They like to go through stuff in the kitchen. And I want them near the steak knives because they're dangerous. They're too young to play with that kind of stuff. Just like Maddie telling Angelo what to do. But I think that's her by Maddie telling Angelo he can't be in the kitchen at certain hours. That's why. Maddie should tell Angelo that the kitchen is off limits to him. making a lot of noises when Maddie's trying to sleep. Well, some days that she's not around. Some days she is around. Because you know Maddie needs her sleep. She needs to, come Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. She has her exercise classes. And then she has a girls' night out. That's why she stays up late. That's why she gets home kind of late, around 9 o'clock. Or 9:15, that's the time she gets in the house. So it makes it my business, because I don't want Maddie staying out too late. And it makes it my business, because I don't want, why I get really cautious around Maddie. It's because about her throwing dishes and pounding in the kitchen. That's very distracting. Okay. I don't want her throwing plates around the kitchen and pounding pots and pans on the counters. Even though Maddie shouldn't be in the kitchen at 10. She should be in bed. Have her screaming and shouting at you. I don't want to hear all that stuff on FaceTime. Okay. I love talking to you on FaceTime, but it's about Maddie not being nice to you. Or she's bossing you around too much. She's always on your case. It's about her making out the rules. I don't want to hear that on FaceTime. Okay. And yes, I'm eavesdropping in her conversations, because when she's talking to her friends on the phone, she should not take it in the kitchen. She should take the phone calls in her bedroom, so I don't have to hear all that.